These are the heads, Graham. Stokesley man with no arms chalks up his 1 millionth. Have you got the time on your cock? Remark. Arsonists threaten to go on strike if fire brigade harassment doesn't stop. Transvestite dog can wear makeup in Albert Park, rules council. Tees researchers' £20 billion report finds that lager does cause crabs to walk in a straight line.
What else is happening, Dean?
A Luftwaffe pilot who bailed out of his wrecked plane after a bombing spree over Teesside in 1943 was yesterday found alive in Thornaby Wood. Amazingly, Kurt Gruger survived for over 60 years on badgers, believing that the war was still going on. He was terrified he'd be caught and shot, so he laid low until he was found shivering in the hollow of a tree by a lady walking her dog. Kurt, now a frail 80-plus emaciated old man, put up his hands and surrendered. He was taken into police custody and will be shot at dawn tomorrow.
That'll learn him.
Paul Daniels turned my wife into a pork pie. Teesside's very own evil magician, Paul Daniels, could face prosecution and expulsion from the Magic Circle after an argument over a parking space went too far. Daniels was in Teesside Park car park when he was pipped to the post for a space by Mr. and Mrs. Leonard.
Paul Daniels drives a vintage Ford Capri that can fly, doesn't he? So what's his problem?
Well, he's still got to park it, Graham. Allegedly, Daniels leapt out of his car and berated the couple with a barrage of insults before resorting to wicked incantations that left Mrs. Leonard a pork pie. He was really offensive, said Mr. Leonard. He just stood there in his blue silk gown with stars on it and large pointy hat, reciting some long-dead language. Then there was a puff of smoke, and the next thing, Elaine was a pork pie. Daniels said, "Now that's magic!" got back in his car and flew away. I was furious.
Daniels is terrible for throwing his magic weight around, isn't he? What's he had to say on the matter?
Paul Daniels refused to comment on the incident, but he did warn us not to bother him again, otherwise we'd end up as cocktail sausages. There's more stories like this, Graham, at teesbally.co.uk.